incredible fan base.
A lot of people are cheering out there.
We're going to put a seatbelt on you to keep you in the booth.
Breaks a tackle at the 10, angles in, touchdown, and he has dominated this opener tonight.
It's good to be back with you.
We're dialed in.
It's good. We are dialed in. It's always. It's good to be not only back with you, but to be on the contiguous 48 because I was off. I was on the islands for a little
now he's
bit.
got to rub it in that he went to Hawaii and we all stayed here.
I was on the islands for a
Although
little while.
I wouldn't want to have the trip that you had. Took a little while to get out there, right?
Chucky and I had a little mishap. But I thought it was particularly funny that our flight flew out from San Francisco and turned around. And I'm not complaining about it. I've had some really scarring layovers.
You're not going to get much sympathy flying to Hawaii.
No, nor should I. But the reason that it went out was because of the radio. Because the radio in the airplane.
The radio that they communicate with or the radio that they play or what?
I'm not sure. Well, I don't really know. They said the backup radio.
The backup radio.
Which I thought, I didn't know existed, but
Look, I'm more worried about the backup engine, the backup wheels, the backup landing gear.
I had that thought.
Not the backup radio, unless it is to the control tower, and then you got some issues.
Right. Yeah. There are not all backup radios are created equal.
Okay.
But
it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Basketball in Maui was interesting, was insightful. They struggled against Seton Hall. Yeah. There's no doubt. I think Seton Hall also is off to one of its best starts in the last 10 years.
No doubt.
And they played really well.
Mm-hmm.
And but the Pack got a little bit bullied by the Pirates. And that's Shaheen Holloway's style, head coach. That's their style. That's kind of their brand. They really bit NC State. That hurt. And then Boise's pretty good. NC State really responded. The Pack really responded. Boise is one of the very well-regarded Western programs that is underappreciated because it's overshadowed by its football program historically. That was a really good win. I think that'll prove to be a good win.
Sure.
It wouldn't surprise me if Boise's toward the top of the Mountain West and dances. And then the Texas game was high-level ball, and you don't want to give up 102, but you love scoring 97. And there was a lot right about that game. Coach Wade had never won in Neville Arena with LSU. And he warned me, and he told me before that game, he said, at Auburn, he said, this is a really hard place to play.
I think those 3 games in Maui and the 1 game in Auburn led to a come-to-Jesus meeting. I don't think there's any question about it. And I think it was one of the things he was disappointed in, guys not getting out to guard a three-pointer, guys getting beat off the dribble, guys getting beat up and down the court. And he talked about trying to find an edge. Now, before they played UNC Asheville, you did your traditional pregame interview with Coach Wade. I don't know if you expected what you got in that interview with Coach Wade before they played UNC Asheville. Now, I'm not going to play the whole 5.5 minutes. This is just about 1:45 of the best of, so let's have a listen.
Tell me what it means to play with an edge. What do you think it means when your team has the kind of bite that you're looking for as we get into this back end of non-conference play?
Well, we haven't had an edge to us. Even in our wins, we haven't had an edge to us all year. So I've tried very calmly and very nicely because, look, you can only go so far with the head coach leading. I've tried to kind of let the players take the reins on everything and do things. But it just hasn't worked. This looks nothing like our teams have looked in the past in terms of just our passion, how hard we play. And we've been playing some of the wrong guys. And so today, hopefully, look, it may not be pretty, but it's going to look gritty. It's going to look grimy. We had terrible practices leading up to Auburn. That's the least confident I've ever been going into a game. And we were hoping something good would happen for us, something fortuitous would happen to us. I understand we're going to give some of these guys an opportunity. Some of these guys sitting on the bench are going, why the hell are they playing? I can do that. I can get out there and get beat defensively and throw up bricks. We got guys who don't want to go to the glass. We got guys who don't cut hard. We're not very aggressive with our switches. And like I said, I've tried to give our guys some patience to work all this out. But the last couple of days, this has been what you would call a hostile takeover because I know how to do it. And we've done it everywhere we've been, and we're going to do it here. We'll see how it is today. But it was a all systems breakdown, and from Maui to Auburn, and I've tried to let it self-correct, but sometimes you got to step in. That's my job. And I don't care about being liked. I don't care about how everybody feels. I'm not into any of that. I don't like the taste of the food after we lose. I want my damn pizza to taste better after the game.
You want some pizza?
Actually, I had some yesterday.
To me, that is a parental scolding in public. Like you take your kid to the mall and they're acting up and you scold them publicly, hoping that public shame will make it an even more impactful. Imagine what was said to the team at practice and in private.
Well, I was privy to that in Maui after one of the games. And it's not necessarily – we're not on radio, so the FCC violations aren't an issue. But I won't repeat it here.
Yeah.
But, I think – what it does is it imparts there's an energy behind that's undeniable. And really what I was asking is like, what's how do we define success relative to what it means to have an edge? And
an edge is an intangible. We're not talking about how you shoot or how it's about some of the things that he was spelling out.
Right.
The intangibles of the game.
And the spirit of what he's
absolutely
how he's saying that has an edge.
Yeah.
Like there's teeth to that.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work, so enjoy a Coca-Cola.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Making customers happy. That's my favorite tradition.
Like my sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Now get the best-selling truck in the Carolinas with 0% financing, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for up to 90 days. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
This segment of Pulse of the Pack is presented by Coca-Cola.
How do guys respond to having an edge or request, being told they need to have one?
Correct.
And with TBD, we'll see.
And I think that, to his point, saying, I've tried being nice, I've tried being funny, and I think that was the...
He is funny.
He is very funny.
Yeah.
But we've seen in practice how he can get very animated and angry, and this is a part of him learning how to coach guys and guys how to learn how to be coached by Will Wade.
Right. It's his 5th head coaching job. He's won everywhere, so.
Well, it sure was fascinating. They did respond pretty well against UNC Asheville. We'll see how they do this week against Liberty and Kansas.
Not easy. No. Not easy now. These teams are good is what I'm trying to get at.
I think one thing that has to get better is three-point defense. But I think that was one of the disappointing things that Coach saw a couple of times in Maui and at Auburn is get out there and guard somebody. If a guy's hitting a beyond the NBA arc three, I'm sorry, I'm going out and I'm getting in his britches, so to speak, and playing a little defense. So those are the kind of things that I think he'll talk to them about, is get out and contest the threes. The good news is State's hitting 40% of their threes, which is really good, second in the ACC.
And they've been an offensively charged team. And he mentioned that. Now, we talked about this on the coaches show. You were there on the one coaches show that we had at the Pit Authentic Barbecue. He said, I looked at your data for the years you were at LSU, and 3 of the 4 years that I looked at, their offense was ahead of their defense. And he said, if you're going to win a national championship, often your offense and your defense are both top 20 in the data. 3 of the 4 years, his offense was way ahead of his defense. He wants to score. He wants to get up to 95. And he's right. It's very rare teams that win the national title are sub 90. It's 85, and so he's an offensive guy, and he wants defense, but you're going to score the ball, and they've done that. This is a good scoring team.
NC State is now 6-3 after the W. They take on a really good Liberty Flames squad.
A very disciplined team. If you're NC State, offensively, you want to come down. You want to take good shots too, because Liberty, their job is going to be basically to limit the possessions.
Bounces left corner for Cleveland. It's congested there. Pried away and stolen on a double team. Copeland center of the floor. Lobs it right. Holloman. Catch. Fire. 3. Yes. 12-6. Doubling up Liberty now. Copeland drives into the lane. Scoops and scores. There's an oopsie-doop under the basket and the foul.
Look like an old Dr. J move right there. Going up under the rim, off the glass and knocking it down. Getting hit in the head though.
Chest pass right, Abel. Catches, slices paint. Lefty flips off the square, kisses it into the foul. Left wing, Holloman. He drives, basket shot is up. Underneath, Josh Smith counted in the foul. It is 40-17. Pack up big. Tosses Abel right side. Rises, cup, hammer time. Lefty flush.
Nice job of Matt Abel that time showing the ball. The Liberty player went for the fake, then he went left with a nice dunk.
Lane Logan catches and stops. Over the top of 3 Liberty Flame. Backing the smaller Porter down. Holloman left shoulder to the chest. Skips it right, Williams. Catches, drives, dishes, corner, McNeil, 3. Yes, sir.
Good job. Good job by the pack. Good ball movement.
6 points, McNeil. Timeout, Liberty. 56-20. Copeland lob, catch, layup. Williams easily pats it in. Hands it off right for Copeland. Way beyond the arc. Steps up, pull up 3. Hands it.
Nice pull-up shot by Copeland that time in rhythm.
It is 85-45. NC State with a metrics favorable 40-point win over Liberty.
Big time game for NC State. Big win.
7-3 now on the year. Kansas awaits on Saturday. Chucky, impressive stuff tonight. Best win of the year here tonight. 40-point win, a blowout win over a team that's likely, or at minimum, will compete to win its league, Conference USA.
Yeah, easily the best game so far played on both ends, but also a game that you use to keep building on. Don't be satisfied. Keep building on this. And I was impressed with the defense, and I think that if NC State continues to come out and with that type of energy defensively, it's going to be hard to beat because let the defense create your offense.
Coach, congratulations. You get a 40-point win. I have that unofficially. We'll confirm it, but I do believe that's the fewest points allowed by an NC State team in over 10 years. 45 points is impressive, especially that was America's #1 shooting team. To what do you attribute such defensive success here tonight?
I mean, look, they missed some open ones, but we should have been guarding similar to this most of the year. We've got 40 deflections tonight. That's the most deflections we've gotten all year. So, I mean, look, this was a step in the right direction, but nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near where we need to be. It's a good win for us. I mean, they're going to win Conference USA. They're not going to lose many more times this year. They may lose 2 or 3 more times this season. So, overall, a solid performance for the Pack.
Bring it in, Old Dominion! We know that it takes hard work to be the best in the game. It starts up front with protection, making sure the freight arrives safe and damage-free. Then we work as a team, packing every shipment and running every route with precision. And we always manage the clock to be on time every time, so that every drive is a scoring drive. 1, 2, 3, OD!
Now that's the best in the game. No playoff needed. Old Dominion Freight Line, proud sponsor of college athletics.
I stand alone with fire and sun. with passion burning in my veins.
All right, Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Making customers happy. That's my favorite tradition.
Like my sweater.
Now get the best-selling truck in the Carolinas with 0% financing, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for up to 90 days. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Here's Will Wilson in the game on 2nd and goal from the 7. Snap back to Will Wilson. He plows behind Justin Jolie, finds a crease, and he's in. Touchdown, Will Wilson. A 7-yarder. Pack leads it 13-0. 4th and 6 from the 12. Gets the snap off with 2 seconds to spare. Rifles, end zone. Justin Jolie leaps up. It is a touchdown on 4th and 6, a 12-yarder. Pack's going to win the game. 20-11 with 1:47 to play. Gutsy play call. Jolie rips it down. Right end zone score. Snap at the Georgia Tech 31. Bailey handoff. Scott sees Park, sprints 20. Duke Scott 10. Touchdown. Deal Sealer. Duke Scott. 31 yards down the near sideline. NC State's going to upset 8th-ranked Georgia Tech, and Carter Finley loses its mind.
Jeff, I have an unpopular opinion. I don't opine very often, but I have one, and when I do, I try to make them unpopular. when I do opine, it's not even controversial. I don't know why this is controversial, but apparently, I don't know how nationally popular it is. I like all the bowl games. I like them all. I like every one. I want more bowl games. I like every, from the Bahamas Bowl to Boca Raton to wherever we were. I think if we didn't have them, somebody would go, you know, it'd be a good idea. We could play like a neutral site game against a whoever based on our record. But like it'd be like this novel concept. And then the idea that people are like, we shouldn't play a bowl because it's not part of the playoff. Well, when has it been part of the national? When has every one of these bowls been part of the national title? Except for when it was wildly dissatisfying when 6 teams would claim a natty. Because you'd have like 5 different teams going, well, no, we're 10-1. Or we're
BCS champion, the AP champion.
Yeah, and then even further back, like way back, like 60s, 70s. It's like we've solved a problem and then not. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't have a playoff.
Agree.
And I'm not saying it's dissatisfying. You know, it's not preferable to do this. But like, just because we're doing that doesn't change the fact. Anyway, so I'm excited for the Gasparilla Bowl in the end. I think it's fun to play a team we've never played before, playing Memphis in a pro stadium, which I think is really cool. I think it's a fun location. Like I'm really excited to go to Tampa. I think it's great. I'm really excited for it. I don't even know if I'm arguing with anybody. You know, I sound argument. I'm just arguing with myself.
You're yelling at clouds.
Yeah, pretty much, which I'm good at.
To your point is we do usually have a bowl game on no matter what we're doing, no matter what day. As a matter of fact, my mom, who does not have a computer, says, I'll never keep up with all those bowl games. I don't know what game and what time. So I old school printed her off the schedule with all the games. And she'll have them on the whole time. So she shares your sentiment of loving the bowls because it gives her something to do from now till the end of January.
Tell your mom I can't wait to watch with her, and I think that they're all fun.
Well, the other thing too is for NC State, it couldn't be a better bowl as far as from when you get to play and where you get to play and who you get to play. First of all, to play on a bowl game on the 19th of December guarantees that you as a football family, you as a football program, staff, and every support staff will be home for the holidays with your families. I can't tell you how many times the football staff and players and all, they're spending their Christmas in a hotel with their family. And the coaches are having, Santa is having the gifts shipped with the equipment truck to make sure things are set up in the hotel room at the proper time for the young kids that happen to go. So from that standpoint, to play it before the holidays, I was just glad to see that. It's perfect. It is a quick turnaround. They don't get the full allotment of bowl practices. They'll have 3 this week starting on Wednesday and then 4 in Tampa. But you know what? I think the players would probably prefer that.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it and play. It'll be 20 days from their last game as opposed to a full month or even more than 30 days.
Yeah, to that point, I've always wondered about the loss of momentum and the disconnect. And I'll ask Coach Doran that and how preferable it is, because it really feels connected to the season, like at least mentally and sort of emotionally. It feels like the ACC title game just happened.
Yep.
And then boom, the Pac plays in a bowl after it finds out Sunday. Playing, you get a week, you're gonna prep at home, and then you're gonna go to the bowl site, and it's boom, boom, and so feels very connected to the season in that regard, and I'm excited for it. I think I like playing novel opponents. Memphis happens to be one of them. It's hard to find novel opponents. You've been doing this 100 years. We've never played. I think that's right. We've never played Memphis before. Memphis has had great years. Memphis has been at times. Memphis has been that Group of 5 team. Memphis has also been in the discussions to no longer be a Group of 5 team.
And the other outlier for bowl games, and we know this too, and you just come to accept it. Who's going to play?
Yeah.
Who's going to not play? Who's going to? Some choose to have surgery and go ahead and get things worked on so they're ready for the spring. Obviously, some will transfer. Some will decide to focus on their NFL careers or NFL chances. So that's the other thing too, is you don't really know who's going to show up. Are you watching the same team that you did just 30 days ago for anybody? And we'll see it. Memphis won't have their head coach. He's at Arkansas. They'll have a new coach. Charles Huff will not start in the bowl game and coach, but he's already been hired from Southern Mississippi. So all of those things make a dynamic bowl season, and hey, we got Phillip Rivers in the NFL again, another Pac Pro.
We need to highlight some special student athletes.
Okay.
That's what we need to do.
All right.
We do this once a month. We serve up the Heart of the Pac Award.
Oh yeah.
I like the Heart of the Pac.
I do too.
It's an opportunity. We get shoved into an opportunity is what happens here. And I like it. Heart of the Pac Award recognizes student athletes who consistently demonstrate 4 pieces of criteria. They're a great teammate, they have great effort, great attitudes, they're mindful. Okay. So some student athletes are nominated on a monthly basis. Sponsored by Modern Woodmen of America. Modern Woodmen sponsors this fraternal financial services organization, offers life insurance protection for more than 140 years, founded in 1883. All right. So to clear financial burdens, not trees. Modern Woodmen's funny about its name. I like that. Yeah, it's fun. So products and programs for Modern Woodmen support financial security, quality family life, community impact, common bonds that unite our members nationwide. So the Modern Woodmen Heart of the Pac winners this month are Irvin Cruz, congrats to Irvin, James Coleman, and Kaylee Adamaitis. And so it's Irvin Cruz, James Coleman, Kaylee Adamaitis. Irvin had a season-ending injury before the season even began, and which breaks your heart. Great teammate, and while he was sidelined, he's at every practice giving excellent feedback. So he's like a coach on the sideline. Is Irvin. And then James Coleman is he recently graduated from the Next Play Leadership Program, and he's always looking for ways to improve himself and his peers, use his free time to participate, thrive in a multitude of programs and organizations, and he engages in Pac United, Pac Shop, Athletes in Action, and does more. And Kaylee's done an excellent job leading mental health Well-Being Committee of SAC this year, SAAC. Under her leadership, she not only played a pivotal role in coordinating and executing Mental Health Awareness Week, but SAC also sponsored a successful flower bouquet event on Wellness Day for student athletes, which is great. So these are athletes. You know, it gives us a chance to talk not just about ball, but all sorts of things, which I appreciate.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Carolina Ford Dealers. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud sponsor of NC State Athletics.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Making customers happy. That's my favorite tradition.
Like my sweater.
Now get the best-selling truck in the Carolinas with 0% financing, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for up to 90 days. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
I've always been curious. I was the kind of kid who took stuff apart just to figure out how to put it back together. I grew up in a house where science was dinner table talk. Curiosity was just part of life. At NC State, I found the people and the place to chase those questions. When you're surrounded by people who push you, you begin to realize it all starts here.
Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work, so enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Do you want to do a little trivia? Can I put you on the hot seat before we put a bow on this thing? All right. Pac's playing in the Gasparilla Bowl, right? So I had the thought last night, I'm sitting at dinner, I'm going, gosh, I don't know what Gasparilla means. And I thought for a second, well, maybe that's the sponsor. And then I saw it was the Union Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
Okay.
So it's not the sponsor. The sponsor, I do believe, is Union Mortgage.
You're trying to confuse me. What's the question?
What's Gasparilla? What's that mean? What's a Gasparilla Bowl? What's a Gasparilla? What is it?
A Gasparilla is either something you put in your weed eater or something you get after eating too much during the holidays. Am I right?
You're not right. And I'm glad I asked. So,
well, what is it?
All right. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
right?
The nickname, the Buccaneer, makes a lot more sense now. Gasparilla is Tampa, Florida's famous annual pirate festival, named after Jose Gaspar.
Okay.
Who is a famous and maybe mythical, but famous pirate. He's like a Blackbeard.
So what you're saying is I got that one wrong.
We might call it. We might have started wrong, but now gone right. Like we could call it Gasparilla moving forward.
I learned something. Thanks for the history lesson.
You're welcome. Big thanks to Phil back in studio. Go Pack.